want to pivot here because we had such a great chat on your show Hustle Play, and again I wanted to say thank you first off for inviting me on and having that conversation. I think it was really real. I think the reception of it has been really strong, so that's been great. But I think the other chat that we had when I went onto your show was like the relationship between players and media and fans, and I think I wanted to ask you too in terms of just like for athletes and social media. I think this is a bigger topic too, but is it? Do you think it's a good thing? Let's start here. Do you think it's a good thing for athletes to be on social and sort of see that much feedback from people who, quite frankly, probably don't know as much about you? Is that healthy for players? I just want to know what your thoughts were on that.
I mean, to a certain extent, I think that media is a big part of the game, really, and it gives you a voice. Obviously, you need the media to speak about the things that are important and all that, and obviously speak about the game. But I think there's just have to be limitation on certain stuff where there's some situation that I don't think that needs to be talking about or feel to be approached from the media or from the player. And depending on what the person feels about it, and if it's approached, then it should be that should be what it is. And a lot of people are blaming the players for not wanting to talk to the media, and a lot of people are blaming the media for not exposing the players and stuff. But I just think that to a certain point, if it's about the game, that's what we should be talking about, and it shouldn't be never get to a point where it's negative about the person or his personality or whatever they do and believe in.
Right. And I think where that line I think even gets more blurred is when fans get involved too in that equation, right? Because I think especially with social, and I know that obviously you are on social. Most athletes today are on social. Like the amount of comments and sort of I would even say unsolicited advice and things like that you receive probably both positive and negative. Do you feel like that helps your game? Do you feel like that's something that um, it's just even healthy as a human being, really, to be like, it's because I think with social media, you're essentially like looking in the mirror all the time. And
I mean, to be honest with you, for me, I don't really care about it because I've seen the ups and the downs of it. So, for example, for everybody, it's different. For me, it doesn't bother me anymore because obviously I know how people talk about you when you do good, and it can make you feel like you're unstoppable. And I see how they talk about you when you're playing bad too, and then that can literally destroy you too. So, at the end of the day, can I say that it's helpful? No, because at the end of the day, it could go both ways. All I know is for me, it doesn't matter anymore because, like I said, I have my people around me, and I know I've been doing this for a long time now to know who really know what I need to know here and what I need to do for me to be helpful, to be successful. And from that on, what people are saying, if it's not Masai, Bobby, Nick Nurse, or one of my people close, it doesn't really matter.
right, is that like a lesson that you hope to share with some of the younger guys in the team too? Because I think like this is just part of life now. Everybody's on social and everyone has that. But I think for athletes and for people who are so like in the public spotlight, who everyone is always talking about and stuff like that, like for younger guys, like that must be a hard adjustment for some of the newer players. Do you ever share that kind of advice with the team, because it is a
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
young team?
my advice to every young guys I talk to is they'll love you and they'll hate you. To be honest with you, and that's all. That's just the name of the game. You one game you come and you hit a buzzer beater, you're the king. And the next day you make two, three, and no turnovers and cost the game, and expect the same thing. So I think they all know now. Obviously, everybody now, from like I said, media is becoming so much a big part of the game that you go through a situation before you even get in the NBA. You go that from college and from any other sport that you play. So I think that's just what it is now. That's the reality of the game, and people are learning that at a hard rate. And like I said, now it's not like it's hiding. Like you come under somebody's team and you play bad, expect the media to come, expect the fan to say something, and it's just what it is.
Yeah, Chris, before I let you go, just want to ask you a couple quick questions. We talked last week about the Raptors not having a lot of really good nicknames on the team. So I wanted to propose a nickname to you and see if you'd be okay with us pushing it. I know earlier this year there's a lot of talk about you studying the Dennis Rodman tapes, and we've seen all the offensive rebounding you've done on the court. anytime there's a good Canadian player, they call him Maple Jordan. I was gonna push you as Maple Rodman. How do you feel about that nickname for you, Chris?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, anything that has to do with Dennis Rodman, man, I go for it. Like I said, this is who I relate myself to. Me and my boy, we send pictures with Dennis picture of him wrestling and stuff before the game, just to remind me that this is what I have to play.
Wow.
This is what I have to do. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I love that. You know, on Basketball Reference, they call you Swatter Boy. Have you ever heard that nickname?
Yeah, they call me Swatter Boy from college.
Ah, okay.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to push the Maple Rodman agenda. The other thing, you know, now that you and Will Lou are best of friends now, you know, the best player-media relationship that exists in Toronto, I know you have this great sponsorship with Slim Jim. How do we make it happen so then you dunk over Will in the next Slim Jim commercial?
Man, that's higher than my pay grade, man. I have to go.
But you're the sponsored athlete. You can't make this happen?
Like I said, I'm just here so I'll get fined.
I'm only 6'1", Chris. I'm sure you could do it, man.
Oh man, this is what fans and the rest of your teammates want to see. Is all I'm saying. The other thing too, I know from your great podcast that you did with Will on Hustle Play. I know occasionally you've tuned in to the Raptors show. So in all fairness, because you know Will analyzes your game 82 times a year plus the playoffs.
Preseason.
So yeah, preseason, all of that. So summer league, when you've played in summer league, like I want to give you the platform to give us some constructive criticism. Whatever you've been able to see of the shows that we've done here and at other places. What feedback do you have for the two of us that we can be better at?
I mean, to be honest with you, like I said, besides the part that I feel like sometimes things are a little too offensive and that's just of fashion. Besides that, I think you guys are doing a really good job. Like, people are following you guys. People actually, like hearing you guys. And like I said, you guys do that show almost every day. So it's not like you guys are not dedicated or not know what you guys are talking about. So I don't really have any, advice. I think you guys just keep doing what y'all doing. And, hopefully, like I said, people, listen more to y'all stuff and realize that, it's most of the critiques that you guys are doing is off passion. And, for every player that's been offended to you guys and all that, they need to speak their voice and just come to you guys because obviously you guys are ready to have this conversation and fix things.